the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat back, and yep, it's Sunday night. That means it's time for the turn down for what iRacing Truck Series tonight, live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans. Big thank you to the one and only Lieutenant Colonel retired Cecil Ross of our United States Army. Ladies and gents, if you've got a veteran in your family, please go on over to networkallianceforveterans.com. Visit everything that Lieutenant Colonel Ross and all the programs that he can help support your favorite veteran with, whether it's just information or whatever the case may be. Please, I beg you, go on over networkallianceforveterans.com or cfrossnav@yahoo.com if you just want to send the Colonel an email. And I promise any questions that you have regarding veterans benefits in and around the great state of Indiana will absolutely be answered. Does that mean that you have to live in Indiana or any of the states? No, it doesn't. Go on over, and whatever questions he cannot answer for you, I promise you he will point you in the right direction or get you the answer at a later time. No answer or no question is too big. And the man, he served our country, and he's still there to serve our veterans. Big thank you one more time, Colonel Ross. Appreciate everything that you do and that you did for our country and for our veterans. All right, qualifying now underway. Let's make sure that we keep up with these guys and girls all night long here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. See who's all in, who's going to grab the checkers when it's all said and done. Let's bring it on up. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and clear the boards. Let's bring our tower back up. Actually, looks like I'm going to have to reset that that overlay. A couple of names are a bit crossed, but that's all right. We can fix that right now. I like how I did that. There we go. All right, let's get rid of those. Okay, so far it looks like, how about this? How about this? PC Paul Christensen. First time ever here with the turn down for what iRacing Truck Series, and for the moment had the fastest lap. Now he's tied Andrew Chapman for that fast lap, and man, that's a burner, 30.33. As Scott Rickard also joins that 33 club. Scott Rickard, Andrew Chapman, and Paul Christensen all with a 30.33 to grab that top spot. That is the 05 right there on track. One hell of a burning lap for the man. How about this guy, though? A little bit further down this Fox 8 sports machine for the one and only Chris Weaver as he brings it on down pit road. Right now showing to be right around P17. A little bit further down the running order, how about the one and only Mike Miller in this number 5? As he comes off 4, entering the trial, will cross the start stripe, and it looks like so far that lap will be good enough for about P11. Let's go continue to move on down the roster here. How about Sierra Clamper, as she's coming off the corner as well in this number 23 machine, off of turn number 4 into the trial. Will way down on the apron, try to shorten this track as much as she can, and that is good enough so far for P24. All right, how about Jose Ruiz a little bit further down in his number 23? Looks like right now this is his get up to speed lap, because right now he's showing 32nd. I know that Toyota TRD machine has a little bit more pep in the step. Ooh, there he goes. I thought, yeah, looking a little cross for a moment, but I think that might have just been me. Again, across the line, and Jose Ruiz goes up to P number 8. How about Brian Pizzacami, as it looks like he's about done with that number 78. Doug King out here on track, coming off turn number 4. See me as Adam says, boogity boogity. Absolutely. Frozen Teller says, Pete, looks like a fun night in store. Frozen, you're absolutely right. Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 134 laps, presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans. It's going to be a dramatic night. Got a couple new guys out here. Cannot wait to see who at the end is up on stage dancing with the showgirls, maybe singing a little with Wayne Newton. I don't know, but we'll have to see. Looks like qualifying is up. We're going to go ahead and clear the boards, and let's get ready to go through our field. All right, so on pole, talking about the 63 of Evan Knopp with Justin Anasigak in P number 2. P3 looks like Scott Rickard in his number 05 with Andrew Chapman to his outside. Looks like row number 3 is going to be Paul Christensen. First ever start here in the turn down for what iRacing Truck Series. Going to start P5 with Austin Collins in that number 74 to his outside. P7 looks like Cole Snyder in the 24, last week's winner, with Jose Ruiz in the 23 to his outside. P9 looks like Dylan Chappell Sr. in the 99, and then, of course, the 68 of the one and only Tom Harmon in P10. P11, Adam Boughton in that number 94 with Chris Murphy in the 7 to start P number 12. P13 looks like Mike Miller in the 5 with James Shanewolf in the 1 P14. P15, Nate Lehman in the 14th in the 14 car with Kenny Lind to his outside in the 57. Ed McMuffin Robertson in the 64s, P17, P18. Zach Billy Meredith in that number 17. P19 is going to be Mike Carter in the 18 with Stan Carnathan in that double 320th. 21st is going to be Brad Rivers, Bad Brad in that 88, 21st. Chris Weaver in the 8, 22nd. 23rd is going to be Jordan Anderson in the 3. And to round out our top 12 rows, it looks like we've got Mike Papa Bear Campbell in the number 71 starting 24th. 25th looks like it's going to be Mark Morton in that number 19 with Sierra Clampert in the 32. 26th. 27th is going to be Doug King in the 87 with Eric Heil in the 610. 28th. 29th is going to be Claire Murphy in the deuce, and to round out our top 15 row is going to be Bruce Spencer in the 43. 31st, Joe Tardif in that 15 with Tyler Brynock in the 96. 32nd. 33rd is going to be Andrew Sanford in that 37 with Brian Pizzakemi in the 78 to his outside. John Osborne in the 81. 35th with Mike Campbell III up in the tower for the evening. And big thank you to everything that he does all season long. So 36 Bad Mother Truckers about to tackle Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's going to be a great race. Glad everybody's here. Welcome. And again, big thank you to the one and only Lieutenant Colonel Cecil Ross, retired of our United States Army, for sponsoring the Turn Down for What iRacing Truck Series all season long. David Nelson, not quite sure what he's doing out there. He's out there biting his nails. He said might feel a little pinking in the face, not quite sure, but he's saying go Kenny, out there getting ready to fire off. It's going to be a phenomenal race. Again, let's go ahead and clear the boards for us. Let's bring up our scoring, our track map, so you can keep up where everybody is all night long. And man, what a race this is going to be. Let's take a quick look at our weather. Looks like got about 68 degree track temp and a 67 degree air. So pretty even across the boards. Should make for a great night of racing. You see Barney up there in the flag stand. And we're going to go ahead and bring our scoring pylon back up. He should have the field coming off of turn 4 momentarily. He does. Green flag's up. We're getting ready to go race in Las Vegas. Pace Truck's going to go ahead and make that hard left towards pit road. Evan Knopp, Justin Aniscock on the front row. Scott Rickard, Andrew Chapman, and Austin Collins are our top 5. Green flag. Let's go. Looks like caution's going to happen right at the start stripe. I'm going to guess somebody didn't get on the throttle. Not 100% sure what happened right there. Just saw a couple cars go around. Very unfortunate start for some. Looks like Jordan Anderson, Tyler Brynock, Ed Robertson, Eric Heil, and Brian Pizzakemi involved in this one. Because they weren't going at too fast a speed, I don't imagine that they will have too much damage. But let's go back. All right, so let's see if we can't find Eric Heil in that 610. And let's go to, there we go. All right, he's a little bit further in the back, but let's play this out. I'm going to guess he's just kind of an innocent bystander, considering this all happened in front of him. But maybe this will give us a view, and we can stop and move on up. Definitely looks a bit stacked. On and off the throttle. Green flag. All right, so that happened very quickly with the 94. So that's Adam Boughton. Let's go ahead and rewind that right quick. And let's stop that. And I have a feeling it's just going to be, I don't know, maybe starting off in the wrong gear. Let's play this at quarter speed, see if we can find out exactly what happened. You see the car or the truck in front. He's got the flames coming out of the tailpipe. So that tells me that that truck was off the gas, and you can see him kind of stacking up right in front. And just then, green flag's out, got to go. 5 gives the 94 a bump, and then it looks like the 5 is going to get a shot from the 14, possibly as well. There's the 64 of Ed Robertson getting bogged down. There's the 18 and others. So, yeah, it just looks like it's going to be a restart issue. And unfortunately, it collected a few more in the back that had just nowhere to go. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Very unfortunate. All right. All right, let's get back here. Let's go ahead and tell me that, there we go. Yeah, it didn't get back the way it was supposed to go, that's for sure. There we go. Now we're back live. Sorry about that. A little bit of a technical difficulty there. But yeah, as Frozen Toes says out there in the land of Twitch, Canop on top. Absolutely. Justin Hancock again to his outside. Scott Rickard, Andrew Chapman, and Austin Collins. Again, we'll restart in our top 5. Seamies Adams says 6-10 and 7-12 Team ERN. Get some polls. Absolutely. They tried. Paul Christensen was at the top briefly. I believe he started tonight P number 5. So definitely a very, very good showing for him, his first night out. All right, so lights atop the pace truck are out. Going through turns 1 and 2, exited 2 now. You see that Vitamin Water number 63 on the bottom with Justin Aniscock in that Ghost number 13 to his outside. This should be a very, very interesting restart. Hopefully we can get this one up and going again. Again, I really believe that it maybe that might have just been a wrong gear restart, or just circumstance that doesn't normally happen. That's all right. All right, so let's go ahead and bring it back to Barney again as they're coming off of turn number 4. He's going to go ahead and put away that yellow flag. There it goes, bringing out the green. Again, that pace truck's going to go ahead and pull down pit road and set this field afire one more time. Green flag's up. We're racing. Much better start that time. Everybody's off. Let's go. So it looks like coming to the line that time, it's going to be Evan Canop in that Vitamin Water number 63 to lead that one. He's got Scott Rickard in that 05 right behind. Justin Aniscock in one lane up right now, P number 3. Andrew Chapman, P4. And Austin Collins, P number 5, so far up one spot. First and fourth, still right where they qualified. And I see a line, just a single file line of trucks right now coming through the trial, but they are about 3 wide, a little bit further back behind those guys. You see Paul Christensen in that 712. He's got the 5 underneath. That's going to be Mike Miller. Then you see the 99 right there as well of Dylan Chappell Sr. And big battle one more time up front. Justin Aniscock in that 13. I saw the 25 of Andrew Chapman there for just a moment, but it looks like the 63 is going to go ahead and lead another one. A little bit further back in the field, right around 16th through 18th and beyond, still very much double file. That's going to be Zach Billy Meredith, Stan Carnathan, Mike Pop Bear Campbell, and Mark Morton. All still just trying to figure out exactly which line is going to work for them so they can move their way on up through the field. Meanwhile, trying to save the tires that they've got because you never know if it's going to be green flag pit stops or if another yellow should happen to fall. Just a little bit of an instance on the first restart, but so far, so good. Not missing anything up front. Still Evan Canop on top, as Frozen Toes said. James Shanewolf right now up 11 spots in this number 1 machine, and so far taking over P3, but he's not done. He's going to go ahead and take a look to the outside of the 05 of Scott Rickard, maybe try to pinch him down just a little bit through the corner, up and off the corner, down the Nellis straightaway, right behind that Vitamin Water number 63. Still has the 05 to the left rear. He is clear, taking over P number 2. All right, so it looks like it's going to be a little bit further back here before we start to see our next batch of double file cars. And right now, it looks like a couple of yellow machines. You got the 99 and the 7. 99 is going to be Dylan Chappell Sr., Chris Murphy in that number 7 machine to his outside. Behind them, a few more trucks, all single file, and really just trying to, again, dig as much as they can while conserving those tires. That way that they are there for the long run and could maybe make up a few more spots for those that have absolutely just burned theirs up. Battle for the lead right now is James Shanewolf. Looks to get underneath the 63 of Evan Knopp. It looks like he's got the line, but Evan absolutely taking that high side momentum with the 05 of Rickard right up his trumpet, going into turns 3 and 4, 63, pinching the one down all the way through to the corner and the exit, as it looks like the 63 is going to be able to fight back on the high side, but which line's going to go? David Nelson says, whoa, absolutely. David Nelson says, go Kenny, talking about Kenny Lind a little bit further in the back. Right now, Kenny Lind sitting at about, P13, right now up 3 spots from where he started in 16th. He's trying to get up and underneath the 5 right now of Mike Miller. Meanwhile, protecting the spot that he's got over Paul Christensen and Nate Lehman. All right, battle for the lead is still ongoing, but they've changed positions. The 1 was on the bottom side. The 63 was carrying the momentum up on the high side, but now the 63, he's got the help from the 05, as it looks like they're coming up on some lap traffic. I believe that's going to be a Sierra Clamper, or Sierra Races, over on her Twitch channel. And it looks like she's going to go 1 lap down, hoping for maybe a caution so she can go down pit road and maybe get some attention paid to that truck. But Sierra now all the way back here in that number 32, although it says 23 on the door. She's got the 15 coming up her inside, and that's going to be that 5-hour energy machine taking 1 spot back. All right, back up at the front, battle ensues. The 63 was able to keep that spot. The 05 of Rickard just kind of along for the ride, wondering which line is going to go. A little bit further back, we were talking about the 7 and the 99. Well, it looks like they might have things sorted out for now, but tell you that high side momentum here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, much like at Chicagoland, very, very real. There is a lot of grip up there, but when you take that grip and you get back in the throttle a little bit earlier, you're also shredding that tire just a little bit more. And yeah, they're doing a great job. Behind these guys, a couple spots back, you see the number 19 of Mark Morton. Mark Morton looks like he is right around P16. So far up 9 spots. You see Nate Lehman in that AMSOIL number 14 to his outside. Mark had to check up for just a moment, and that's going to allow Zach Billy Meredith to try to take that spot away. But Zach falling in behind that 19, way up on that bumper, pushing that 19 across the start stripe. That has got to be one hell of a view. Let's check this out. Tags the wall just a little bit going into turns 1 and 2. You see him digging right behind the 14 of Nate Lehman. Again, down the Nellis Air Force Base straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4. And Mark Morton's going to be able to hold on to P16. And this was that view I was telling you about, right up the back trumpet of that number 19 Realtree machine. Allison Miller says, 5 Miller represent. Absolutely. Mike Miller, right here he is. So far, he's up one spot into P number 12. He was dueling it out a little bit earlier. Right now, he's got all he's got to do is really just manage his race the track, and conserve tires for the long run. That way, he's able to be there when it really counts. Behind him, you see Kenny Lind. Right ahead of him is going to be Dylan Chappell Sr. Ahead of Dylan Chappell is going to be Chris Murphy. And behind Kenny Lind is going to be Paul Christensen in this number 712. Back up front, we got a new leader. Talking about the 05 of Scott Rickard. Scott has been basically stalking the 1 and the 63 since the beginning of the race. Well, I'm going to guess it looks like he found which line was going to work for him as he gets the left side tires down on that white line and really able to carry a whole lot of speed through the center and off. Looks like he's going to have a little bit of a battle here as the 1 of James Shamewell is going to try to get to the outside. Just not enough corner exit speed. And he's going to fall right back into P number 2. All right, so what do you say? We're about 25 laps in, working lap 23, coming to 24. What do you say we crank it up a little bit, go through the field, take a look at some of the shots, and listen to some of the sounds here of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Let's go, crank it up. All right, looks like caution's out, and Sierra Clamper's going to have something to do with this one. All right, so what do you say we switch on over to our chase cam and find out exactly what happened here with Sierra. All right, here she is back here in this 23 on the backstretch all by herself. So we'll have to see if this is a loose issue or see exactly what happens here. Through turns 3 and 4, just kind of guiding it, gets below that white line, and great job of saving it, not to spin it right there and bring out the caution. But is it what happens here in turn number 1? Now it looks like she basically brought it to a standstill. Maybe not quite happy with the way the truck was going on, and brought it down pit road to the attention of her crew, maybe for tires and fuel. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right. So back up front, looks like it's going to be James Shamewell. There he is in that number 1 machine. Let's go ahead and bring it back live again. For some reason, the first time it didn't work. There we go. All right. So let's try that again. There we go. All right. So James Shamewell and everybody else bringing it on down pit road. Let's see exactly how this all plays out. Scott Rickard, James Shamewell, Justin Aniscock, as well as the 25 and the 63. They were all up front when this yellow flew. So let's see how this plays out. James Shamewell in that number 1 Exxon machine, one of the first to roll as you see him going on down pit road. And it looks like, yep, he's going to be the leader when we go back green. So let's go ahead and pull Mr. Shane Wolf on up to the booth right quick. See if we can't have a word with the pilot of this number 1 Exxon machine. Snag, it's Pete up in the booth, but you got a quick copy?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
I tell you, James, it's good to, first off, it's good to see you back in the turned out for what ranks. We absolutely missed you. But you definitely got some high line speed in this number 1 Exxon machine. I saw you in the 5, you in the 63, and a couple others really battling up front. What's been the best line for this number 1 machine so far?
Whether or not, Pete, clean air is king, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As long as I'm not following them in the corner, I'll put it wherever I got to. And it seems to be working so far, so hopefully they don't catch on to that.
All right, that was despite the start issue that happened, where I'm going to guess it was just maybe somebody in the wrong gear or something like that. That was a decent little 25, 26 lap run right there. How'd your car feel after getting the heat and a little bit of wear for those front tires?
It snugged up a little bit, but nothing crazy. I feel like we'll have some really good long run speed. We still had 15 laps-ish, if not a little more, to go before we had to pit there. I feel like I could have made them 15 to 18 laps just fine without having to overcompensate for anything. So, yeah, it snugged up for sure, but nothing unmanageable.
All right, buddy. I'll get you back on down with the rest of your team. Good luck as always. Keep the shiny side up on that number 1 machine, and maybe we'll be talking to you again a little bit later for a podium, or who knows, maybe even a win tonight. Good luck.
My luck, it'll be the Infield Care Center, buddy. But hopefully.
No, I'm not talking that into existence. Everybody already believes in the broadcaster's curse. Good luck, sir. Go get it.
Thank you, man.
You got it. All right, one more time. That is the pilot of that number 1 Exxon mobile machine, the one and only James Shane Wolf, on down to the rest of his team, as of course we always wish them luck. Bring it on back to Barney. Let's get ready to fire off one more time. Let's go.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. I see one getting a little out of sorts through the grass. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it looks like Eric Heil in that SM Designs machine was able to save it. Let's see if we can't go back and pick up on him right now, find out exactly where he is, and kind of go from there. Or was it maybe not Eric Heil? I'm not quite sure, because right now I don't see him. I wonder if that might have been Paul Christian. No, it wasn't Paul in that 712. Somebody just went for a slide through the grass. Definitely saw that. But all right, back up front. It looks like James Shane Wolf still leading the way. David Nelson says, I've got a fever, and the only cure is more 57. 57, of course, talking about Kenny Lind. Right now, Kenny is running P13 up 3 spots in his Toyota TRD machine. Not so bad. Sarah Miller says, Shane Wolf sounds hot. Wonder if he's seeing someone. Inquiring minds want to know. James been involved with someone for a very, very long time. I actually got to meet her and the children coming back from Daytona a few years back. And if that's you out there, Sarah, I remember you. All right. Evan Canop right now still sitting P2 in that vitamin water machine. The 05 is Scott Rickard, Austin Collins, and Justin Anasagak. Again, just everybody on that bottom line running single file. It looks like it's going to be about Oh, not that far back. Maybe about Chris. There we go. Right about P10, P11, where it's Chris Murphy and Dylan Chappell Sr. Running side by side. Shane Wolf sounds hot. I tell you. Snag's a good guy. All right, in qualifying, we were talking about Paul Christensen. He's a little bit further back here right now in his SM Designs number 712. He's got the number 3 of Jordan Anderson right to his inside. Paul rocking that high side as he comes across the start stripe to start lap 36 for him. You see Bruce Spencer in the 43 right behind. 43 trying to hold it down, not to get into the 712. He's going to go ahead and take it. Oh, thought about 3 wide, but instead decided to back off and keep it double file there. And maybe hope for a window to open up where he can safely pilot that number 43 on by and maybe take two birds with one stone, as the saying goes. All right, so about that 57, where is Kenny Lynn? Right here in this number 14. Right now, just kind of riding, just sitting about P14, up 2 spots from where he started, behind the 23 of Jose Ruiz, and right in front of Zach Billy Meredith in his number 17. Behind them, you see the 33 of Stan Carnathan and Brian Pizzakemi. They were side by side for just a moment there. Chris Weaver in this number 8 Fox machine, all by himself, just kind of keeping up with everybody else. Chris also up 4 spots. Brian Pizzakemi up 17. John Osborne right now up 19, and I do believe that is that would take the award for most amount of spots gained so far. Back at the top, Evan Knopp. We got a battle again for the lead. James Shane Wolf to the outside. Evan on the inside. The 05 kind of right where he's been all night long. Just waiting to see which line opens up so he's able to guide his way on through and take the lead yet again. As you see, Shane Wolf just really pinched that 63 down on the bottom through the trial, now going into turns 1 and 2. Basically, when you keep somebody pinched down, you're disallowing them from getting back on the throttle and opening up that wheel to carry max speed up and off the corner. And he's doing just that and doing a masterful job. No contact, just not allowing the 63 to carry max speed up and off. Meanwhile, Shane Wolf, he can really open up that wheel, let that truck eat all the way out to the wall, and then come on back down. If that was the last lap right there, it would have absolutely been a picture of perfect finish. Photo finish, as the old saying goes. Justin Aniscock right now down 2 in P number 4. He's watching the same battle that the 05 is watching. And then you see Tom Harmon. He's up 5 spots right now to P number 5 in that Avril Lavigne number 68. Just kind of watching the show and wondering how his truck is going to handle on the long run as well. Andrew Chapman in that 2.5. Right behind them, I believe it's going to be some National Guard. Yep, some National Guard colors. Behind them, you see Mark Morton of our United States Army. He's in that number 19 Chevrolet, up 18 spots. And really, really on that bottom line, digging. He's right in front of last week's winner, Cole Snyder, and Chris Murphy, as they run a little bit of, they were side by side right now, single file. Looks like now James Shane will be able to take the lead all to himself. So he seemed pretty happy about his number 1 machine and how it was handling. And he said clean air is king. Well, he's got that clean air all over the front end of that Toyota TRD machine. And he's not able to get away from the 05. The 05 has been all over the back bumper of both the 1 and the 63 all evening long. Right now, all single file down the Nellis straightaway into turns 3 and 4. And I mean, they are single file all the way back to about P18. Yep, there we go. That's where we kind of pick up the fight. It's going to be Brian Pizzakemi 1 spot ahead as he tries to take a spot from John Osborne in that number 81. 78 doesn't look like he's quite got the exit speed, maybe a little tight, having to put a little extra wheel in it. That's the difference between being in clean air, like what Shane Wolf was saying, and being behind someone in their dirty air. You got to put a little extra wheel in it, which also makes you wear out your tires a little bit more just to keep it off the wall and carry some kind of good speed. As it looks like, I thought for a second he might have been able to get to the outside of the 81. And right now, it looks like he's trying, just not quite there. If he can carry a little extra momentum off the high side, there you go. Now he's got a battle for the position right behind Jose Ruiz, and that is for 16th. Behind them, you see the 5 of Mike Miller and Chris Weaver, as they're also side by side. Chris Weaver, are they going to take it 3 wide? Not right there. Weaver has the spot. You see the 5 and the 33 of Stan Carnathan. They're side by side, though, with the 37 of Andrew Sanford and Brad Rivers back here in this number 88. Looks like Chevrolet. This is from the nose of Brad's Ford F-150, not a Chevrolet. I apologize. So he sees all this going on up and off the corner. You can see every truck ahead of him. And man, what a field. Again, tonight's field consisting of 36 truckers. Everybody trying to do their best to get on up, get that clean air, gain some points, and get ready for next week. Speaking of next week, let's go ahead and take a quick look at what we've got going on next week. We got Homestead Miami Speedway, March 23rd, same bat time, same bat channel, right around 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope to see everybody out there. And if you are new to the channel, whether you're out there in the land of Twitch or YouTube, please go on over, smash the follow, hit the subscribe if you can. Definitely appreciate it, as I see just about all 20 to 25 of you out there mixing it up the same way the drivers are here on track. And what a phenomenal fight it's been. 2 cautions, one for a little miscue at the start of the race, and then one a little bit later on as we saw a driver pull off track. I believe it's Sierra Clamper pull off track to either come to the attention of her crew or what, not exactly sure. But unfortunately right now I believe Sierra is out of the race. Let's actually go back and check on her right now. Yep, she is retired. All right, so back up front, James Shane Wolf. He's got that high side rocking, still got the clean air. 05 right behind. 13 of Justin Aniscock. Last time we saw him was in P4. Evan Knopf now in that position. And Tom Harmon in that Avril Lavigne number 68, right back into P number 5. Looks like top 5 kind of getting a little bit of separation back to Andrew Chapman. And if we look on from Andrew's roof cam, this is what that battle up front of 5 single file trucks looks like. And behind him, he's got one there that's going to be Austin Collins in the 25. I'm sorry, in the 74. And then Cole Snyder in the 24. Chris Murphy, Mark Morton to round out the top 10. This is going to be from Austin Collins' rear bumper cam, looking back on Cole Snyder. And take a look from Chris Murphy's front bumper cam as he exits turn 4, coming through the tri-oval. Right behind that, Pizza and Wings podcast, number 24 for Cole Snyder. Not missing anything up front, still all James Shane Wolf as we go ahead and go back through the field. Again, a little bit of, or actually, do we have a challenge up front? Nope, 05 was just dipping down low. I saw a truck dip down low. Wasn't quite sure if it was a battle for the lead or if it's just maybe somebody getting some clean air. But either way, those guys are definitely pulling away a little bit. Nate Lehman right now in his Amsoil number 14, sitting in P12, up 3 spots. Dylan Chappell Sr. right ahead. Zach Billy Meredith right behind. Paul Christensen right now in this number 712, presented by SM Designs. Looks like he is down 19 spots to 24th. Was very, very fast in qualifying. Started inside the top 5. Falling back to basically just, he's still getting his feet wet on these ovals. Brand spanking new to iRacing. He's got some great help with Eric Heil and a few of his friends. So, yeah, doing everything that he can right behind the number 94 for Adam Boughton, and just ahead of Mike Pop Bear Campbell, who's got a little bit of a battle of his own back here with Steven Brynock and Jordan Anderson, with, again, Paul just ahead of them. Looking at that number 71 Viagra machine kind of brings me back to, was it Cletus Judd, who did a parody of the song I Love NASCAR by, somebody's gonna shoot me. But yeah, the song I Love NASCAR, he did a little bit of a parody, and in his video, he said, you know that Viagra car is always driven hard. Well, absolutely. Mike Pop Bear Campbell always putting his trucks through their paces. Joe Tardif, a couple spots back behind them. Last time we saw the 15 of Joe Tardif, it was when he was getting on by the machine for Sierra Clampert on this 5-hour energy machine. Toby Keith, that's the singer that I was thinking about earlier that did the song I Love NASCAR, and a parody was made of it by Cletus T. Judd. There you go. All right. Back up front, the 05 still hunting down the number 1 for James Shane Wolf, Anasagak. Tom Harmon now up to P4, pushing the 63 of Evan Knopf back to P5. Andrew Chapman, Austin Collins, Cole Snyder, Chris Murphy, and Dylan Chappell Sr. to round out the top 10. 11th through 15th, looks like Nate Lehman in this number 14, with Mark Morton right behind in this number 19. Zach Billy Meredith in his number 17, up 5 spots to 13th. Jose Ruiz down 6 to 23rd. In his number 23 to 14th. And then Brian Pizzakemi up 19 spots to P number 15. There we go. If you want to know how comparable the lap times are, as we see a battle right now for P3, so we'll wait just a moment. But looks like the 13 of Justin Amskok on that outside, and Tom Harmon in that Avril Lavigne number 68, going to have no fight right there. He's going to go ahead and pull back behind the 13, as it looks like James Shane Wolf up high. Here is that 05, able to pull it down low. So far, Shane Wolf able to hold on. Gonna slide back in behind, says the 05, and continue on. You want to take a look at some very, very competitive laps. Let's go ahead and show you. I mean, if we take a look at our top 3, James Shane Wolf, Scott Rickard, and Justin Anasagak, very, very close in lap times. I mean, the green means that they ran the fastest of those three drivers, Shane Wolf, Rickard, and Anasagak. You see Shane Wolf running a couple laps as the fastest, then Rickard running 3 of the last 5 as the fastest. Justin Anasagak, 2 of the last 5 as the fastest. And if we go back a little bit further to look at Rickard, Anasagak, and Harmon, you'll see Harmon was fastest 4 of those last 5 laps. So these guys all very, very competitive. We go back between Harmon, Anasagak, and Collins. Collins absolutely no slouch either. He was fastest 3 of the last 5 laps between him, Harmon, and Justin. Right now sitting P3. So all of our top 5, top 6 drivers, very, very fast, very competitive, and I mean any one of those guys, plus a couple more, including Austin Collins, Andrew Chapman, and Evan Knopp, with Cole Snyder, last week's winner, Chris Murphy, and Dylan Chappell Sr. Any of those guys can really reel in the checkers this evening here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It all depends if that roulette wheel comes up on their number or not, as it looks like Shane Wolf way down on the apron, but still a 68 in the 13. 13 going to try to keep that 68 pinned down low. You see the 13 pull down just a little bit, all about that side force, trying to keep that 68 pulled back. 13 is going to be able to keep that high side momentum. 68 one more time, going to go ahead and throw it in on the bottom. 13 has the draft of the 05 of Rickard, up and off the turn number 4. Here you see the 68 try to stay right with the left rear of Justin Anasagak's number 13 Ghost Machine, and no clear. Oh, was this contact, or was that a little bit of net code maybe? Let's rewind that. That looked, that looked awfully close. Let's rewind that old school style. We'll stop it right there. Let's see if we can't get to the right front, and we'll play that in quarter speed. I think going into turns 1 and 2, we may see a little bit of contact here, but that 68 Avril Lavigne machine at the door of the 13. Is this going to be netcode, which is basically the system thinking that they touched, or is it going to be actual contact? Nope, about a foot of netcode. A great save by the 13, and he's going to be able to carry on. Justin Anasagak way up by that wall, keeping it out of the wall and trying to keep as much pace as he could. Great job by him. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. And nope, the system is going to play with me. So let's go ahead and fast forward the old-fashioned way. And it looks like the 63, 13, and others down on pit road. It looks like Claire Murphy and more. Oh, caution's going to fly. Chris Murphy's going to have something to do with this. So what do you say we go back, find out exactly what happened? And I think that might have, it could have hurt the 13, but I'm not 100% sure. It all depends how timing and scoring are going to look. But let's go back with Chris Murphy right now and find out what happened. All right, so there's Chris Murphy. Let's bring it on back to the chase cam, and let's play this out. You see the 5 kind of close quarters. You see the 19 of Mark Morton up there. Is the 5 going to drift up into the 7's line? 7 maybe reacting to seeing the 5 come up a little bit. Here we are going into turns 3 and 4. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of 3. No, 4 wide action and just nowhere to go. And the 7 and the 4, they were just lines everywhere. But very, very unfortunate for Chris Murphy in the wall. And looks like he kept it there to make sure he didn't get in anybody's way. Grab a gear and get on and get going. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so right now it says James Shane Wolf is the leader, bringing his number 1 machine down pit road. He's got the 05 of Rickard, Tom Harmon, the 74 of Austin Collins, and more. Let's see how this plays out. Looks like those that stayed on track: Justin Anasagak, Evan Knopp, Mike Miller, Mark Morton, Zach Billy Meredith, Chris Weaver, Paul Christensen, and more. But it looks like to lead the way off of pit road is going to be a battle between the 168 and the 05, and it looks like Scott Rickard is going to go ahead and lead him back to the green when we go back to racing. See if I can find old Mr. Rickard here. Don't believe I saw him earlier, but I'm going to double check again. Yep, Scott Rickard down there in Weaver Motorsports. So let's go ahead and drag him on up to the booth right quick. Scott, it's repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, Scott, man, you have been amongst the top 3 all night long. You just beat a couple of your fierce competitors off of pit road with this stop. What do you think about your chances of grabbing those checkers tonight? You definitely showed to have the speed, not only short run, but also that long run before this caution flew. Can you get it done this evening, sir?
Depends how the cautions and tires play out. Good chance. I love this truck with trucks, so we'll see.
Looks like it's going to be Tom Harmon to your outside, Andrew Chapman, Austin Collins, and Dylan Chappell Sr. Who do you think is your biggest competition here tonight at Vegas Motor Speedway?
Brett, anybody in the top probably 5 or 6 with the way the draft is.
Anybody in the top 5 or 6? All right, fair enough. I get that. It's pretty much where you've been all night long. All right, man, I'll get you back on down with Weaver Motorsports. I know we're going back green this time. Good luck. As always, keep the shiny side up of that Team Watson Racing Setups Tire Pros 05 Silverado. Go get them.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, one more time. Pilot of that 05, the one and only Scott Rickard, going to lead the way for the first time on a restart, and we definitely wish him luck. All right, so it looks like the green has been delayed by 1 lap. I guess the admins didn't like something that they saw for the setup, so we're going to go around one more time following the safety truck. As you see, the lights back on, but they are all still 2 by 2. And we are working lap 71, coming to lap 72 of the 134 scheduled laps here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com. Again, one more big thank you to the one and only Lieutenant Colonel Cecil Ross, retired, of our United States Army. If you want to know more, networkallianceforveterans.com. Go on over, look up everything that you might want to know about when it comes to Leon's Heroes, the Hero Care program, and all the other programs that they furnish in and around the great state of Indiana. But like I said earlier, whether you're in Indiana or not, if you have a question about a dear veteran of yours, or if you are a veteran, go on over, hit up Lieutenant Colonel Ross, retired. I promise you he will get back to you lickety-split. All right, so gonna go ahead and get back going green this time. How about it, chat? Who you got tonight? I think Sarah Miller's got her money on the one and only James Shanewolf. Of course, David Nelson. He's been out there talking about Kenny Lind. Frozen's talking about Evan Knopp. Allison Miller's talking about the 5 of Mike Miller. So a lot of different people out there pulling for some different drivers as we get ready to go back green. Let's bring it on back over to the starter stand. He's going to go ahead and put that yellow flag away, bring out the green. We're getting ready to go back racing. Who do you got, chat? Who grabs the checkers tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? We are past halfway. We're going back racing. Let's go. Looks like the 25, Andrew Chapman, going to go on up and lead this one, but that doesn't mean that the 05 can't pull a crossover. Keep those left sides way down on that white line. Get that power up on these new tires. Going to make him feel like Superman. And nope, still battling up. 25 comes back strong on that outside, keeping that 05 pinned to the bottom. So the 05 again cannot get that throttle down. Here we go, up and off the corner. Looks like the 05 is going to be able to retake the lead. 25 has no choice but to duck back in behind. All this happening right in front of the 68 of Tom Harmon. The 99 of Dylan Chappell Sr. up inside the top 5 for the first time this evening. Right now sitting P4, up 5 spots. But how about Brian Pizzichemi back here in this TWRS number 78, up 29 spots since the race this evening began. Behind him, Cole Snyder, Austin Collins, Nate Lehman, Jose Ruiz, and Andrew Sanford to round out our top 10. That's 78 hard on the throttle. Cole Snyder, last week's winner, trying to carry a little momentum, going to pull it on down right behind and right in front of that 74 of Austin Collins. So again, a single line of trucks going down the straightaway until you get to about that 74 of Austin Collins, Nate Lehman, Jose Ruiz, and Kenny Lynn with Brad Rivers right there as well. You see Kenny check up just a little bit for the 23 of Jose Ruiz. Jose just ahead of him. And right behind you see Brad Rivers in that number 88 Ford F-150. John Osborne right behind the 33 of Stan Carnevin up high. And he's got company as well in the form of the 94 of Adam Evo Boughton. All right, so we started to go through the field earlier. Got interrupted by a caution. What do you say we try that one more time? Go back through as we got a battle right here, including the number 15 and others. It was about 3 wide. It looks like they brought it back double coming through the tri-oval. It's still up front. Andrew Chapman in that 2.5 leading. Now the 99, a little bit of a battle here between the 99 and the 05. 05 Scott Rickard, we talked to him about winning the battle off pit road, but looks like some others able to get on by. But that could just be him, saving tires, wanting to be there at the end. He's been inside the top 5 all night long. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be there when all the chips are on the table a little bit later on. All right, so what do you say we go ahead and crank it up one more time? Go through the field, take a look at a few different angles, listen to the sights and sounds of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Let's go. right, let's go ahead and reel it back in, back up front with your leader still in that GMAC National Guard machine. Talking about the 25 Chevrolet for Andrew Chapman. Dylan Chappell Sr. right behind in that number 99. Dylan very, very strong last week. Would love to go ahead and grab the checkers this week in his Pizza and Wings podcast. Subscribe, number 99. Tom Harmon right behind in his Avril Lavigne, number 68 Silverado. Very, very strong week in and week out. Very strong here in the Turn Down for What community. Tomorrow night as well in the Shake and Bake iRacing Gen 6 Cup Series. And then so many more. Jay's on top says, hey, Uncle Pete, sorry I have to go to bed, but I hope you win. Buddy, I'm not racing this evening, Jay, but I'm glad that you're out there. You get a good night's sleep and have a great day at school tomorrow. Thank you so much for checking in, Big Jay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad you're out there, buddy. Say hi to the family for me. All right, so the two... I love you, Jay. All right, so, yeah... Looks like the 68 getting a big old push from the 05 into the corner. And looks like the 68 going to be able to pull side by side with the 99. Up and off the corner. Almost some contact, but able to keep it moving. Great job between all of these guys. And what a phenomenal job. Cole Snyder, again, last week's winner, just ahead of the 74 of Austin Collins. And then the 37 of Andrew Sanford, who's absolutely having a phenomenal night. Right now running P8 up 25 spots. So this track absolutely agrees with the 37's driving style. Just doing great work. I mean, anytime you're up double digits, you're having one hell of a race. Just like Brian Pizzakemi right now, he's up 29 spots. Stan Carnathan back here in this number 33 Nugget Trap machine, he's up 10 spots. John Osborne a little bit further back in his number 81, up 22 spots. James Shanewolf, after leading a bunch of laps, he's back down to right where he qualified, right back in P14. Joe Tardif, he's up 15 spots to P16. So a lot of these guys have really been digging all night long. One truck that we came across as we were going through the field was Eric Heil back here in his SM Designs number 610. I want to think that he was actually the truck that was spinning through the grass that we couldn't find earlier. Not 100% sure what happened with him then. Definitely needs some good luck to come back to his side. It maybe by virtue of a caution or few. In fact, right now, as you see there on the scoring pylon, he is the first truck one lap down. So if we should happen to see another caution and nobody else gets lapped, that you'll see this number 610 Ford F-150 back on the lead lap, and I'm sure that's something that SM Designs would absolutely love to see. All right, so that's kind of the way that it's going. But right now, 25 loving all the clean airs. We've got 39 more laps to go. Again, see all 25 or so of you out there in chat. Jay's on top, the last one out there, saying good night. Good night, Big J. And I'm still curious. David Nelson has chimed in. Havoc was still wondering how it's going. Well, Havoc, it's been a great race so far. Couple cautions, no big deal. One net code, one driver pulling over, and then the other one just due to an error on the initial start of this race. But tell me who do y'all got your money on this evening? We're in Vegas. It's gambling town. It's Sin City. What you got going on? Who is your driver? Who's your horse in this show? If these guys are spinning around on a roulette wheel, what's your number that's going to come up big and pay off? Battle now between that 05 and the 25. The 05 dropped back earlier. Well, now he's trying to fight his way back up again. There's also a battle behind him between Tom Harmon and the 78 of Brian Pizzakemi. Looks like Harmon's going to have a little bit more of a run through the center and off, keeping the 78 behind. 78 chooses not to dive down for a crossover. Instead, he's going to give Avril Lavigne a big old kiss on the lips, getting into the corner, push him maybe into that corner a little bit faster than he'd like. David Nelson says 57 straight cash, homie. There you go. 57, of course, talking about Kenny Lynn back here right behind the 33 of Stan Carnathan and right ahead of the 23 of Jose Ruiz. So yeah, 57. Right now he's up 5 spots to P11. Can he get up there in 35 laps? I think he can. Very good race for Kenny Lynn so far. Go back a little bit to Paul Christensen back here in his number 712, right ahead of the 8 of Chris Weaver. I mentioned in qualifying when he started P5 that he's a new driver to the turn down for what iRacing Truck Series ranks presented by NAV. And right now he's back to about 28th, down 23 spots from where he started. But don't get this confused. So I tell you, this guy will be up there as time goes on. This is his first ever league race after joining iRacing, and his SM Designs number 712 is only going to get stronger as the race goes on. Will it be stronger next week when we get to Homestead, Miami? We'll have to see. Right now, Chris Weaver right behind him. This is a battle for that position. Claire Murphy a little bit further back in that number 2 G Fuel machine. And then it's Chris Murphy in that number 7. Eric Heil a little bit further back in his 610. And then Bruce Spencer, Doug King, Sierra Clampert, Ed Robertson would round out the entire 36 truck field. All right, back up to about P3 as we got a battle. You see the 43 down on the apron, avoiding any kind of issue that could happen, coming back up on track. But Andrew Chapman continuing to lead the way all the way around. Battle down for P2, 0568, 78 behind, as well as that 99. I tell you, that 99 of Dylan Chappell Sr., he really can strike on any given week. Very, very strong, especially on the plate tracks. And as you can tell, this is somewhat like a plate track. You're in the throttle more often than you're out of it, going into and off these corners. Trying to stay in the draft, carry a little bit of momentum up on that high side as a 78 keeping that 68 pinched down all the way from the center off. This time the 99 has a big old run, going to pull the inside of that Avril Lavigne 68. Tom Harmon choosing not to pinch him down on that low line, so 99 will be able to get back in the throttle a little bit sooner, and they're going to come off the corner still side by side. 99 now has no choice but to fall behind. Looks like we got the 37 of Andrew Samper. Going to go ahead and duck on down pit road. What should be his last stop of the evening, coming to the attention of his pit crew. Let's see if this is 2 or 4 or any, or if he just comes on back out. So far, it looks like he is going to go ahead and take right side tires. Does he stay for lefts? Yep, it looks like it's going to be a 4-tire change for Andrew Sanford. He's going to go ahead and roll, grab a gear, seeing him light him up just a little bit. Going to go ahead and carry max speed all the way down pit road, but got to be careful not to speed. So you end up with a black flag. It looks like Claire Murphy out here on track in the deuce. Looks like Austin Collins in the 74, Zach Meredith, Steven Brynock, and more coming on down for their last stop. Green flag pit stops now underway. Andrew Chapman still leading the way in that number 25. Stephen Brynock passing Stan Carnathan on track, as it looks like more and more coming on down pit road. Adam Boutman, Mike Carter, Stan Carnathan again coming on down. That's why he got passed. And a few more. So everybody coming on down for their last ditch effort. Maybe come on out, grab a few spots while those others are still out on track on those older tires. So they may still be able to carry quite a bit of speed up and off the corner, but having 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods is just that. They make you feel amazing, make you feel like Superman. You go on out, and as long as you get that clean air, you can really lay that hammer down. You see the 68 really starting to carry a little bit more momentum up and off the corner. That's going to be Tom Harmon. Right now, P2 is going to go ahead and throw it low underneath that 2.5 into turns 3 and 4. 25 going to be able to get on the throttle first because that 68 was pinched down. So the 68 still forced to settle for P2. Cross the line. If that was the final lap, that would have been a phenomenal finish, as they're still side by side, the same as they are for about P7 between the 13 and the 99. 13, of course, of Justin Anisagak, and the 99 as they, all kinds of action. The 99, of course, Dylan Chappell Sr. Watching on from Brian Fizikemi as he sees them 3 wide. You got the 13, Anisagak down low, 68 of Tom Harmon, 25 up high, 13 going to go ahead and whip it around, but that was not for position. That's basically the 13 of Anisagak getting his lap back after pitting on just a couple laps ago. So now that Ghost Machine, he's got to really hope that he can make up some time, as it looks like more and more cars going to go on down pit road, including the 68 of Tom Harmon and more. '78, Brian Fizikemi absolutely laying it on thick. 99 right there in tow. Evan Knopp also on pit road in his number 63. It looks like he's just now pulling into his pit stall. So again, one of our leaders for this evening on pit road, Tom Harmon, back here in his stall as he's exiting now. There you go. Going to see him jam on some gears, get back out as quickly as possible. Up front, it's going to be the 99 now. Dylan Chappell Sr. able to inherit the lead after Fizikemi, Lind, Rickard, and Andrew Chapman decided to go down pit road for their last stop. 20 laps to go in the NAV 134, presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com. One of James Shanewolf just absolutely zipping on by around the outside of that 99 to go ahead and get his lap back. The 99, last time he was on pit road, was lap 69. So here he is, gonna go ahead and try to lock him up, carry max speed all the way to the pits. See a little bit of a wiggle. Looks like Nate Lehman in that AMSOIL number 14 gonna go ahead and join him. Brian Fizikemi on pit road on that in his number 78. Kenny Lind in the 57 locks him up onto pit road as well, and now off. So another round of green flag stops as Dylan Chappell Sr. and Nate Lehman, as we mentioned, on pit road. So Justin Anisagak in this number 13, by virtue of pitting just a little early, he's going to go ahead and inherit that lead. Looks like it's going to be Austin Collins second, James Shanewolf. How about that? Goes from mid-pack back up to P number 3 in this number 1 and absolutely flying. Anisagak, he went down pit road on lap 95. We saw him zipping on by the leaders. Well, that's how. With 19 laps to go, can Anisagak hold the hard-charging Austin Collins and James Shanewolf back? Andrew Sanford back here, P in number 4 in this number 37. He could see the guys up in front of him, but does he have enough time? He can see the top 3. All he wants is to at least get on by Shane Wolf for a podium finish. Austin Collins looking at the 13 of Justin Anscock, and here's the view from Shane Wolf at the back end of Austin Collins. And from the back of Shane Wolf, looking back to Andrew Sanford, that's his view. Caution is out with 17 laps to go. Looks like Tyler Brynock may have something to do with this one. So let's go ahead and cue this up, see if we can find out exactly what happened right now. All right, so here is Tyler Brynock and his Pizza and Wings podcast number. Actually, this ends today. I don't know what that's about, but all right, let's play this out. And his number 96. Up and off turn number 2, down the Nellis straightaway. Into turn number 4, you see the 15 just ahead. Gonna go ahead and throw it low, keeping the left side tires. Oh, it gets a little happy on the throttle and maybe just barely clip that apron. Keeps it down low, goes through the grass, not to affect anybody else, but a caution flew. No, this is where he gets back on the gas and others had to avoid. Great job by everybody else, including the 96, for keeping that thing locked down, and that's what brings us to our most recent caution. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Justin Anscock now leading the way and bringing most of the field down pit road. We won't interrupt him just yet. If he beats everybody off of pit road, maybe we'll scoop him on up right quick. Him and this ghost machine. It looks like Cole Snyder possibly in that 24. He's going to be a truck to go ahead and stay out, right along with his teammate Nate Lehman. As you see the 13 of Justin Anscock come to his stall. Looks like 4 tires are on order for most. And there you go. All right, so up at the front, it's going to be Cole Snyder. I know right where to find this guy. And again, last week's winner playing a little bit of strategy here. Let's see if we can find him right quick and pull him on up. Yep, down there in Team CCR. Cole, let's repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a quick second?
Yeah, I do.
Cole, you got it done last week. Here you are in this number 24 Pizza and Wings podcast. Looks like Ford F-150. You stayed out. Last time you were on pit road was lap 113. Meanwhile, Anscock and everybody else that was up there leading decide to come on down. Can you hold them off with about 13 laps to go?
We're going to need some cautions. This was me and Nathan. We just took a little chance here to see what can happen. These guys are going to be fast, and this truck is going to be wide. I'll tell you that.
Do you really think that a difference of you were down 113, they just came down on 119? Yeah, so do you think a 6-lap difference in tires really means that much?
I do, especially at this track with this truck in combo with the setup. I feel like 2 laps is going to be an advantage. The only advantage I think I have is your first lap on cold tires, you're a little squirrely. And right now I got some heat in them, so we're just going to have to go and see what happens here. If we wreck, we wreck. I'm hoping to get a top 10 out of this thing and keep them up in the points, but we'll see what happens here. We're having fun regardless.
Yeah, you came into tonight's race as the points leader. I believe is by like 14 over P2, if I'm not mistaken. Good luck as always, sir. Keep the shiny side up. That Pizza and Wings podcast machine looks amazing as always. Go get him, sir.
Hey, thanks again, man.
You got it. One more time. Cole Snyder out of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Team CCR driver back with his team one more time. Phenomenal driver. And it seems like it doesn't matter what he's in. He's a threat to get it done each and every week. All right, let's go ahead and bring it on back to Barney. He's going to go ahead and put away that yellow flag. Bring out the green. When we go back green, it will be with 13 laps to go. Cole Snyder believes a 6-lap difference in tires will or can mean a huge difference. We're going back green. We're about to find out at the NAV restart zone. Let's go. of the field, and it happened right on the camera. Zach Meredith, Adam Boughton, Dylan Chappell Sr., and Mike Carter possibly involved, right along with Kenny Lind. So let's go back with Zach Meredith right now, see if we can't find out exactly what happened. Definitely saw a truck riding the wall. Let's see if we can find out what goes on here. Let's play this out. This is at the restart, and they were coming off turns 3 and 4, I believe. So we should be able to catch this all. But his Buffalo Bills Pizza and Wings podcast machine, I think after this wreck, has definitely seen better days. Let's see. They're 3 and 4 wide up ahead of him. Really no give whatsoever. He comes on down, gives a little bit of a shot to the 94. 94 is the one that we see riding the wall right along with others. And man, what a wreck. All right, let's go back with Mike Carter this time. Let's play this out. Again, you see him 4 wide up there for about P5. And just nowhere to go. Wrong place, wrong time. And he's riding the wall like Herbie. He's upended on top of that 94 machine, riding the fence. Very, very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Cole Snyder leading the way. How about see if we can't pick up with Nate Lehman? I believe he's going to be down there in Team CCR as well. Yep, sure is. Nate, it's Repeat up in the booth, but you got a quick copy in that AMSOIL 14.
Gotcha, Pete. What's going on?
Good to talk to you, sir. First off, man, I tell you, Cole said you and he, took a bit of a chance here. When I talked to him just under that last caution, he said he needed cautions in order to hold on to this spot. Do you believe, as he did, that you need these cautions and you're hoping for at least the top 10 because these guys that came down on lap 119 are just going to fly on by you?
I think the good news for us is we pitted pretty late in that pit sequence, so I only had about 2 or 3 green flag laps on these tires. Yeah, the more yellows we get, the better for Cole and I. We need to keep these things out front in order to have a shot. That clean air is going to be really, really beneficial, and we got a little buffer between us on some 2-tire calls. So I see Justin lurking back there. He's probably sitting in the best spot here, but we'll see what we can make happen here.
All right, buddy, I'll get you back on down with the rest of Team CCR. Great run, great strategy call. Go get it. As always, keep the shiny side up in that machine, and tell everybody down there in CCR I said good luck as well, sir.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Pete.
You got it. All right, one more time. That is the pilot of that number 14 AMSOIL machine, the one and only teacher here in the Turned Out For What iRacing Truck Series ranks, presented by NAV, Nate Lehman. All right. Straight out of Alaska says, let's go, Justin. Nate was just talking about him. And, yeah, we'll have to see how this all plays out going into turn number 3. So we're going to go ahead and bring it on back to Barney up in the starter up in the flag stand. He's going to go ahead and put that yellow flag away. We're going to get ready to go back green. Will this be for the last time? Coming off turn 4, Pace Truck's going to go ahead and make that hard left down towards Albuquerque. Coming to the Network Alliance for Veterans.com restart zone. Let's go. Another wreck. Yellow is out with 9 laps to go. It looks like, I thought I just saw, who was it? Yep, it was Dylan Chappell Sr. and possibly Mike Papa Bear Campbell as well. Let's go back and pick up with Dylan right now and see if we can find out exactly what happens. in his Pizza and Wings podcast, number 99. Very, very strong truck. It looks like possibly at the tail end of this, Eric Heil comes into the wreck. Let's go ahead and play this out. So there you see that 99 on the outside of Eric Heil in that 610. Kind of keeping that 610 pinch down. Zach Billy Meredith right behind in that Bills number 17 machine. Do they make contact? Almost. 610 comes on up just a bit. 17 kind of blinking out. Is that what causes this? We'll have to see. Nope. It looks like possibly something happened with the 612 of Paul Christensen, and they were all checking up for him. But yeah, one definitely blinking out a bit. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, let's see if we can't pull old Justin Amscock up to the booth right quick in his Ghost number 13 machine. Rowdy, it's repeat up in the booth, but you got a quick copy.
Yes, I do.
All right, I just talked to Cole and Nate Lehman just before you on the two previous cautions. They said that you were probably sitting in the catbird seat. Last time they were on pit road was lap 113 or 115 respectively. You are the first one there on the new tires. We'll go back green with about 5 laps to go. Can you grab the checkers tonight, or do you think it's going to be a duel all the way to the line at the end?
If I can get past Cole and then hold off the 05, I might have a chance, but I just need to get past Cole and then make sure they stay side by side for a little bit. But I don't know, man. It's kind of hectic out here the last 15 or so laps, so hopefully we can get going and stay green.
The 05 really has been strong all night long. I don't think I've seen him outside of the top 5. He was definitely very, very good on the long run. This is going to be just a short, 5 or 6 lap sprint to the end. How hard do you think you're going to have to fight to keep not only the 05 but others behind you as well?
Full throttle all the way around, man.
Full throttle. All right, buddy. I definitely wish you luck. Straight Out Alaska says, "Let's go, Justin." So you know you got some fans out there pulling for you. The 05 and then the 68 of Tom Harmon going to line up behind you. It's going to be the 24, the 14 of Nate Lehman, and then I believe the 74 of Austin Collins on that bottom side. So good luck. Keep the shiny side up on that 13 Ghost machine. Go get them.
Well, as a guaranteed wreck, I'm gonna wreck now because Straight Out Alaska is watching. Every time he watch, I wreck. So I'll try not to wreck.
I'll ban him from the chat if you. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
Good luck, sir. Go get him.
All right.
All right, that is the pilot of that number 13, Justin Amscock, out of Kenai, Alaska. Hell of a driver, hell of a guy to hang around and just chat with. Known the guy a long, long time. Definitely wish him a whole lot of luck. Straight Alaska says, I'm his bad luck. There you go. That's what he's saying. All right, let's bring it back to the starter cam, excuse me. Barney's putting the yellow flag away. Will that be the last yellow we see as they come to the NAV restart zone, the Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com restart zone, that is. Let's go. I think I saw one car spinning off the exit of the corner, but there's the yellow. Yellow flag is out. I know I saw someone spinning. So far, I haven't quite seen who that might be. It's not the 24. It's not the 05. Was that the 14 possibly spinning? Let's see if we can go back and find Nate Lehman. Yep, here he is back here. Very, very unfortunate for him. Definitely a strong truck to contend. Not 100% sure what happened there, but yeah, finds himself a little bit further back. Let's see if we can't back this up the old-fashioned way and see if we can find out exactly how this 14 ended up in the back. Did he possibly get a little too friendly with that yellow line? Let's stop and find out. So here he is pushing the 24 into turn 1 and 2. He's got the 74 right behind. 74 down on the white line. Not quite sure. Let's actually back that up. Was there contact there between the 74 and the 14? We're gonna go ahead and stop it there. Let's go to the front. Or yeah, let's go to the nose of this 14 and play this out at quarter speed. So we saw. Actually, nope. We want the gearbox. There we go. Let's back that up one more time. No, not going to get a good view. So we'll let's back this up. I think I might have one view that we could try. Stop it there, and let's go down here. Let's look at the rear chase, and let's play this quarter speed. Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly about that, but great job by Nate Lehman to hold on to that. I mean, you see him turning that thing all the way to the right and then coming back to the left. Just basically, anytime you're in a skid like that, you steer in the position that you're sliding. So he did a great job. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. And, of course, it's going to make me do it the old-fashioned way. All right, we can do that. All right, as he's on pit road. So it looks like Cole Snyder leading the way. Pace truck is on. We're not going to pick him up because we've got a green-white checker. Chloe, good to see you out there. Hope you're well. Yeah, it has been a little bit. I was off for a good 3-4 months or so. While I moved from North Carolina up to, well, I won't say the great state of New York because I'm not a big fan. Definitely not sold on living up here just yet. But yeah, I am up in New York State now, about an hour and a half from Watkins Glen, and yeah, back doing my thing every Sunday night here with the Turn Down for What iRacing Truck Series presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans.com. And then, of course, on Monday nights with the one and only Frozen Toes with the Shake and Bake iRacing Gen 6 Cup Series. Spotting a couple other nights a week. So, appreciate you coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, keeping me and about the other 30 people out there in chat, as well as these drivers. So again, if you're out there in the land of Twitch or YouTube, big thank you for coming out, hanging out, chatting up, keeping me and all these drivers company. We do absolutely appreciate it. If you haven't already, go on up, smash the follow, hit the subscribe if you can. Barney's going to go ahead and put that yellow flag away, bring out the green one. Green-white checker attempt number 1. Pace truck's making that hard left turn down pit road into the NAV restart zone.
Green.
Let's go. The 5 and Mike Miller going around, and they looks like they did take the white flag though, so we're gonna stay green here. But it looks like the 24 Cole Snyder, he's making contact with the 78 of Brian Pizzichemi. Up at the front though, it's all the 13 of Justin Aniscock. He's got Austin Collins to his outside into turns 3 and 4 for the last time. A little bit of contact there, no big deal. 13, he's got to try to stay in the throttle, up and off the corner, at the line. Looks like it's gonna be a very interesting finish. It looks like it's possibly gonna be Austin Collins for the win. Let's go ahead and actually take a look, because as you can see there on the scoring pylon, it's saying Collins and Aniscock at almost a virtual dead heat coming across the line. But let's go ahead and empty this out. Let's go ahead and bring up your race results. And that is definitely not it. Let's empty that out. And come on, give it to me. Oh, looks like it is going to be the 74. And he's going to go ahead and burn it down. Congratulations to the 74 of Austin Collins getting it done tonight here at Las Vegas. All right, 74 is going to go ahead and shut it down right then and there. So again, big congratulations. Austin Collins getting it done tonight. Justin Anscock, P2, and Tom Harmon in that Avril Lavigne number 68 Chevrolet bringing home P3. Brad Rivers, P4, and Scott Rickard in that 05 machine. Very, very fast. All right, ladies and gents, we will be right back with our top 3 live from the booth. Please don't nobody go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you. All right, we are back live from the Network Alliance for Veterans booth. Of course, it's the one and only P3 driver, Tom Harmon, and that Avril Lavigne number 68 Silverado. Tom, you are up 7 spots on the evening. You really looked like you had to battle your way all the way through. At times, there was a little bit of contact to your back bumper, getting pushed a little bit deeper maybe into the corner than you were ready for. But here you are finishing up with the podium here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Please walk us through your race and this finish after a small string of cautions.
Well, the beginning of the race was kind of a learning session because I hadn't raced here since they redid it, and it was a different. Thought maybe you could push a little bit harder than we actually can, and paid a little bit for it on the first run, but was able to save enough in the second run and fight away the lead there for a couple laps before hitting. But I think Collins probably had that thing won if it stayed green for that ratchet caution because he was a mile out there, and undercut was definitely the way to go. But on that final restart, I thought I was dead because I was getting run over and turned before I even hit the gas, and before the leader went. But thankfully, I was able to keep it under me and come home P3.
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very interesting to see how 6-lap fresher tires were able to work on by both the 14 of Nate Lehman and the 24 of Cole Snyder. When I pulled him up into the booth under that first caution, I asked him, I said, do you really believe that 6-lap fresher tires will make the difference? When he said, yeah, it absolutely struck me. But here you are right along with Justin and Austin. next week we go to Homestead Miami Speedway, where the high line's definitely going to come into play, but the loose on exit also comes into play more often than not. How do you prepare for these trucks next week?
Well, I'm just going to get in the practice session next week and have at it. I think that's one of the ones that got ramped too, so we'll have to see how that one handles.
All right, buddy. Big congratulations again for this podium finish. We'll see you in Florida.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
All right, bud. Moving on up, P number 2. Justin, you started outside pole, finishing in that runner-up spot. When I talked to Nate and Cole, they both said you were the driver in the catbird seat. You had people out there in chat rooting you on as well. What more did you need? I mean, the finish, as everybody can see on screen, was .000. I mean, we're talking like down to the millionth. What more did you need, or how much more? I mean, could you have put that throttle pedal through the floor in order to maybe grab this checkers?
I should have done a Logano block on the backstretch, but I didn't. And I tried to push him up the track and turn 3 and 4, but I think it just helped him even more. So, yeah, it was. I don't know what happened with the 05 and the 24, and I'm just glad we did a clean finish right there between me and Austin. Man, I almost had him, but it's so close. I'll take a second out of it.
All right, so as I just mentioned to Tom, we go to Homestead Miami next week. You're another one that's very, very good at saving fuel and saving tires. How do you get your truck to last on the long run, should that be the scenario next week in Florida?
I think we just don't go as hard as we did tonight. I know usually here it's usually full throttle every time we come here, so I know we're gonna have a lot more off throttle time there. So it should be good. I don't know if the top or the middle is going to work. So I'm just going to Harvick on the bottom the whole time.
All right, bud. Well, we will see you at Homestead Miami Speedway next week. Congratulations again on this runner-up, sir.
Yep, thank you.
You got it. All right, moving up to the man of the hour, talking about Austin Collins, up 5 spots in that number 74 Toyota TRD machine. Austin, there's probably no doubt about it, the closest win in Turndown for What iRacing Truck Series history, presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com. That last lap, door to door, all the way through with Justin. Did you think that he was gonna put you up in a wall to slow you down or take your momentum, or did you have confidence that he was gonna race you clean to come up with the W?
I expect a little bit of contact, like going for a win. It's just how it goes. Like I said, it was still a nice finish, though. Like I said, going for a win, it's elbows out, and we had that tonight. So it was a great finish there. Just being able to keep that top side momentum up and not letting them get me checked up too much on center of the corner or off. Keep that momentum up to the line. I knew it would be a drag race. I thought he had me there for a second, but started getting close to the start-finish line. I started slowly pulling ahead, and like I said, I knew it was close. But yeah, it was a lot of fun there. Me and Justin have had quite a few I know at least last year at Michigan we had a pretty close finish too. So we're always up here battling, so it's always fun to race against Justin.
Yeah, Justin, definitely a great competitor here in the Turndown for What iRacing ranks, just like you and Harmon, Brad Rivers, Evan Knopp, John Osborne, Cole Snyder, so many more. Definitely a very good core group of drivers that seem to come back each and every season now that we're actually in our 8th. Next week, again, Homestead Miami Speedway, up high, down low, that middle line, a lot of loose off complaints from what I heard that have already tested out the track for next week. How do you prepare for it?
Homestead's usually a pretty good track for me. I know my teammates are really good there, so just try to follow in their footsteps, try to take care of the right front. The right rear can kind of step out on you sometimes too, depending on the track state at the time, but it'll be a lot of fun. Homestead, like I said, a little bit more of a normal mile and a half in my book than what tonight was. Tonight was more of a super speedway race with a little bit of a tire saving after 20 laps. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully get some more wins. Like I said, I'm on my guess I'm on my villain arc now here at Turn Down for What. So, but like I said, I got to put the elbows out sometimes. People they want to race hard. We can race hard. So.
Yeah, gotta race how you're being raced. When racing others how you want to be raced doesn't come into play. Congratulations yet again on another win. Definitely the closest margin in Turn Down for What iRacing series history. Go ahead and celebrate this one, and we'll see you next week in Florida, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. I'd like to shout out Team Watson Racing before you close me out real quick, though.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I'd like to thank them, like I said, for allowing me to be a part of their team and allowing me to race with them. They do a phenomenal job over there, and I'd like to thank all my teammates over. And I guess we're in Weaver tonight, so thank all of them, and big shout out to Nate Lehman there at the end for missing the bottom.
Saving that truck, absolutely great job by him. Yeah. All right, man. Have a great night.
Yep, take care, Pete.
You got it, buddy. All right, one more time. That was Austin Collins, pilot of that number 74 Toyota TRD machine. And what a great night of racing it was here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Again, big thank you to the one and only Lieutenant Colonel Cecil Ross of our United States Army at Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com. Big thank you one more time to him. Please go on over to the site. I put it out there in chat. You can learn all about the programs that are there, learn about Leon's Heroes, the Hero Care program. You could even email Colonel Ross any questions that you might have for yourself or a loved one that is a veteran in or around the great state of Indiana. But again, it doesn't only have to be even right around there. If you're in California, you just have a question. If he doesn't have the answer, he will reach out through the networks that he has to find that answer for you. So have a good night, everybody. We will see you next week right around 9 o'clock Eastern. Same bat channel from Homestead Miami Speedway. See who grabs the pole. See who grabs the checkers. It's going to be a phenomenal race.